It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Washington Commanders coming up next.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready, and we are underway from FedEx Field. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here come the Titans for their first possession on offense, and leading them out in his 4th season with the team, 10th overall in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill.
There were a few eyebrows raised when Tennessee took Malik Willis in the 3rd round this year, but rest assured, Ryan Tannehill is still the man in Tennessee after leading the Titans to the top seed in the AFC last season. His 12 wins were the most he's posted in 9 seasons as an NFL starter. And he's only the 3rd quarterback to lead the Titans to 3 playoff appearances in the NFL, joining Steve McNair and Warren Moon.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the 7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His 3rd NFL team, Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz and the Washington Commanders are hoping to provide stability for each other starting in 2022. It's the 3rd team in 3 years for Wentz and the 4th starter in 4 years for Washington. The big thing with Wentz has always been staying on the field. And last season in Indianapolis, he played a full 17 games, leading the Colts to a 9-8 record and almost into the playoffs.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Throwing is Wentz. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb, and they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On 2nd and 10, Wentz. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Gibson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, thinking about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through, and it's 3-0 Washington. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
after the made field goal. Here's Sly to kick this one away. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 39, Tannehill. That's complete to Treylon Burks. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Tannehill on target to Burks. First down, Tennessee.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A toss left, Henry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Wentz's throw taken in by Samuel. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Wentz to throw. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Logan Thomas was an interesting name to watch coming into 2021, but injuries limited to just 6 games. If he can stay on the field, Washington really likes what he can do coming off of his breakout in 2020. There's a first down catch right there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing now is Wentz. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wentz to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Give the pass break up there to Christian Fulton.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Ryan Tannehill and the Titans going to get the football back, and he'll be looking to snap a pretty unwelcome start to this ball game. Interceptions on his first 3 drives. He'll look to turn things around here as they start with a first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. He finds his man complete. It's Phillips. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Tannehill on first down. And that is incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tannehill. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Now it's Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Titans in that first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for Washington, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this one is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Wentz. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Gibson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Wentz. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On play action, it's Wentz. Now he's forced out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And they got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Wentz. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the 2nd half. They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Escaping the pressure right. And Tannehill's got the first as he slides to a halt. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. He'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 38, Tannehill. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on the scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. To throw is Tannehill. He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bud Dupree off the edge and getting to the quarterback.
Bud Dupree's debut season in Tennessee was limited. His injury issues got to him once again. The Titans, they're hoping if he can play a full 17 this year, he'll get back to the form that he showed in Pittsburgh.
Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Once more, Gibson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly from 28 yards out. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 13. Just over 1:40 to play. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in short order to have a shot. Throwing Tannehill. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Tannehill to throw. Gets it to Burks, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Oh, how about the first night of the draft in 2022, round 1? The Tennessee Titans stunned all of us when they traded A.J. Brown to Philadelphia. And then moments later, drafted Treylon Burks out of Arkansas, a player who drew plenty of comparisons to Brown in the run-up to the NFL draft. Size, style, play speed, almost an exact clone. And now they're trying to use him the exact same way, and he produces a nice catch there.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So it's Washington getting the victory here, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.